Hey guys, what's up? It's Sam Frost here from reviewsboss.com. In this quick video, I want to talk to you about a really cool plugin or app I've found for helping to expand your network on LinkedIn and basically get you in front of more people and yeah, help you, I guess, reach your target audience on LinkedIn. So if you're using the platform and uh, let's face it, if you're in any kind of business role, whether you're a sales rep or you're a manager or you're a recruiter or you're a freelancer or whatever, you should be on LinkedIn. It's the place professionals go to sort of network with others. It's leagues ahead of anything like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter for B2B activity. And a good LinkedIn profile with good activity, you can get job opportunities, you can get all sorts of things through LinkedIn. So I really do recommend you focus a bit on LinkedIn. You don't have to spend hours on there, but spend 10, 15, 20 minutes a day interacting, growing your profile, growing your network, and you will see rewards from it if you do it properly and basically share your knowledge and show people how much of an expert you are in your field. So anyway, as you'll know if you've used LinkedIn before, one of the important factors in your success on the platform is whether or not you've got a decent network of, so however many people you're connected with. So when you start out, you obviously have zero connections, and then people can choose to connect with you, or you can choose to connect with them as well. You send them an invitation, and once you're connected with someone, you can start seeing their content in your feed. It can open up opportunities for like mutual introductions, and some other features as well are based around connections. But growing connections is obviously tricky. I mean, when you start on LinkedIn, you start with the obvious ones. You go to your friends and your colleagues and your old bosses, and as long as you weren't fired and things like that, and basically reach out to them and get them to connect, and that'll grow your network. And look, I mean, if you're active and you've got a career or a business, your network will grow sort of by osmosis anyway. But I'm always interested in trying to find ways to take things to the next level, I guess, and sort of speed up the process. And I came across this plugin called Protop, which you can get at protop.co. I've left a link in the description below. I came across it with my work for a client, Numeric. And basically, what we needed to do was get in front of sales managers, so B2B sales managers who are managing sales teams. And I thought, well, one of the best ways to do it is on LinkedIn. There are, loads and loads of salespeople on here, loads of sales managers. It's easy to search for them because of how granular LinkedIn's searching capability is. Ads were too expensive for the company at the time, basically in startup phase. So I thought, well, what if there was a plugin that basically lets me cheat the system a little bit? If you know much about LinkedIn, you'll know that when you view someone's profile, they get a notification that their profile's been viewed. Now, if they have LinkedIn Premium, which a lot of people do now, especially if they're at management level or they're a serious freelancer or whatever, what you'll find is that that they can, once you view their profile, they get a notification and they go and they check who's viewed their profile, which I can see here. I've got Premium as well. I'll just load this up. You load it up, and then I can see, look, who viewed the profile, what level of connection they are, and how recently they viewed the profile as well. And so basically, I thought, well, what if there was a plugin out there that or an app or a software that basically taps into your LinkedIn account and automatically views profiles based on criteria you've put in through the LinkedIn search functionality. Those people, especially if they've got Premium, they'd start to see, hey, Sam Frost checked me out. I'll go back and check out his profile. And then that gives you an excuse to reach out and make a connection. You can just do the classic, once you see they've viewed you back, you click connect and just add a little note and say, hey, so-and-so, I saw you checked out my profile. Do you feel like connecting? And my experience has been if someone checks out your profile, which they almost always will do if you check out yours, then they'll be really receptive to connecting. So I searched around and eventually I came across this thing called Protop. So now I'm going to show you how it works. It's a Chrome browser extension. I'm not sure if it works in other browsers. I just use it in Chrome because I do most of my work on my Chromebook. And basically, here's how it works. You install the extension, and then when you want to use it, you've got to be logged into your LinkedIn account, and you click on the Protop button, and you open up a new search. And it'll take a little bit of time to load. Just hide that. So here's what happens. Basically, it pops up an independent LinkedIn search, which is pretty cool. And here's where the fun happens. So what you can do, this has just loaded up a massive list of, I guess, second degree connections for me, I think it is. And I could just start right now, but what I'm going to show you is the power of this. So let's say that I wanted to search for people in New Zealand only. And let's say, what should we say? Okay, so we pop up all the filters. So basically, this is not Protop's functionality here. This is just, this is actually LinkedIn's built-in functionality. But let's say we wanted to search for sales managers. So that's their job title. Now, with any luck, here we go. Okay, cool. So now we've got a list of people whose job titles are sales manager. So they've identified themselves as sales manager, and they're in New Zealand. So some of them are first degree connections, some of them aren't. It doesn't matter. If I only wanted to see second and third plus degree connections, I can change the filter here. Sweet, there we go. Once again, that changes it up. I might even say I want to be more granular. I only want to show Canterbury, which is where I live. It's part of New Zealand in the South Island. Sweet. Okay, there we go. That's really cut down the list now. And here's where the fun begins. All I do is hit start on Protop and leave it to run. You just have to leave this window open. So basically, you leave it to run. It's something that you can run while you're on your lunch break, or if you've got another computer to work on, or you can as well, I believe, just open up another window. If you do it incorrectly, what will happen is it'll pop up a notice saying you need to have this window open. If you try to minimize this, a little error will come up, which you can see here. So you leave it open, and basically all you do is you leave it to run, and what it'll do is go through with a sort of time delay. So once it goes green, this particular person's profile has been viewed, and it moves on to the next one. And basically, it's a bot that's doing it for you. And that's all there is to the functionality, really. You set your max daily visits. I never usually do more than a couple of hundred, and in fact, I've been pretty slack on using it recently. As my sort of role, I guess, has changed and what I'm doing, I haven't had as much use for it, but it really is quite effective. Jared, especially if he's got LinkedIn Premium, he'll get a notification that I've viewed his profile. He can then come back and view me, and then I could reach out to connect. And that's really all there is to Protop. It's super simple. I'll reload actually their sales page. So this is it, protop.co. And there's a premium edition as well. So free, you get the pro plan for 7 days for free. You can visit 100 profile visits a day. And first level contacts, you can auto endorse them as well. Things like auto endorse, I'd be a little bit cautious with. You don't want to get caught spamming. I'm actually really cautious with using it in general, simply because it probably is in violation of some terms of service. I mean, the worst I've ever had is that if I did too many views, I'd get logged out of my account for unnatural activity and have to log back in again. But I mean, like I said, I never use it for too much. That being said, if you want to be a super user for 25 US dollars a month, you get 10 times the profile visits. You can export visited profiles into CSV. So if you wanted to then get like a VA to scrape email addresses and things like that, you could do it. You can save your visited contacts, so there's a bit more power, and then there's a yearly version that saves money. But look, overall, Protop is really, really cool. It is something you need to be a little bit careful with how you use it, because you could get into trouble on the platform. Don't just set it to view every single person under the sun. Use it sparingly, I think, as a tool to get the attention of people you'd really like to connect with, who could help move your business forward or help move your employment forward. And you will see some results from it. But, I like to test all these things. Your mileage may vary, but I do like Protop, and I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, protop.co. If you click the link in the description below, I've left a link to my written review of Protop on reviewsboss.com, and I've also left a link to the website too in the description below. Thanks for watching. Check out more of my reviews on reviewsboss.com. If you like the video, like it. Otherwise, leave a comment, and I also appreciate any subscribes. Thanks.